guess what I'm trying to say is that, for lack of a better word, greed is good.
Hi everyone and welcome to Bear Clooney Watches channel. This is the first video in 2021, so please allow me to wish you a happy new year and hopefully it's better for all of us. Thank you for coming to my channel. Now please, subscribe, come on. Push me over 10,000 subscribers. I've been asking for that for too long. Help me out. Click on subscribe, click on the bell, and allow Genuine Watch Enthusiast channel to exist. Thank you. Now, it's been a while. I enjoyed holidays with my family. It was truly wonderful. It seemed so short for some reason. Back to normal, working, doing things, now making a video for the YouTube channel. There's some really good news on the YouTube, in the YouTube universe of the watch geeks, at least for me. One of my favorite channels, Archie Luxury live stream, has returned to the watches as a subject and ultimately got rid of Freddy Krueger, who was toxic, poisonous for the channel, and that makes me extremely happy. In other news, well, there are some new watches in my collection. Obviously, today I am talking about one of my grails. But before I start, I would like to congratulate Bunny Clooney, who today has picked up her first Rolex. I think it's a wonderful choice, a beautiful watch. And I specifically like that size for her wrist is perfect. This is Rolex Oyster Perpetual 34 millimeter with a beautiful blue dial. It has elegance. It has definitely aesthetics that are appealing. It has a quality. Movement is excellent. Waterproof, really wearable watch on a beautiful oyster bracelet. I am so happy for her. Bunny, great choice. Anthony, thanks for the help. Now, let's get back to today's topic. We're talking about solid gold, Cartier Santos. We swat check, as Archie would say, eh? You know what? For all of you who are possibly going to say Cartier is just a watch fashion brand, I'm going to say, please, don't say it out loud. You might embarrass yourself. Cartier has been and always will be horological masterhouse, horological giant. For all of you who are wearing wristwatches today, you need to understand that Cartier was the house that created a wristwatch. I mean, historically, most of us at least know, the story goes that Brazilian aviator who was flying the first rudimentary type of planes, flying machines rather, required both hands to operate these gadgets. And in his conversation with Louis Cartier, the owner of Cartier, the founder of Cartier, he requested a watch which would be on a strap, allowing him to use both hands while flying and checking the time while flying. And the wristwatch was born. Then in 1911, officially, Cartier releases Cartier Santos. Hey, how significant is that in the aspect of horological history? Prior to that, it was pocket watches that were primarily and only gentleman's choice of a timepiece. Even for a while after that, it was considered to be effeminate to wear a wristwatch. It was Cartier that drove this. It used even, as for their second icon, the tank, a First World War as inspiration, where they actually used the tank contours to design their second icon. So Cartier Santos, Cartier tank. And then comes the rest. Cartier is a very significant watch horological company. They're not necessarily appreciated by movement geeks, but even in that aspect today, they're advancing. They are producing movements that are remarkable. So, try to understand that a little glitch maybe during the quartz crisis when they came out with some quartz pieces are not necessarily reason to assume that Cartier is a fashion brand. Now, me personally, I like Cartier. My two favorite Cartier watches are Cartier Santos, which is going in line with a couple of things. First, it's a sports watch. It's a pilot watch. It's a sporty piece, and I prefer tool watches, sport watches, and even when it's a dress watch, I like the sport appeal. Like a Datejust is a good enough dress watch. Day-Date is a perfect dress watch, or even Rolex Explorer makes a freaking awesome dress watch. Even Rolex Sub makes a perfect dress watch. Now, so obviously Santos appeals to me from that perspective. The second one I really love, and I hope Cartier will do a new edition of it, is the Roadster. What a cool piece. I hope it comes this year or next year. We'll see. But I also like Cartier Drive. I like Cartier Tank. I like, for the ladies, Cartier Ballon Bleu. It's a significant watch. Cartier is a brand that I admire on so many levels. Now, second reason that this watch meant so much to me actually comes from the period of 80s. There are two movies that, and I am such a sucker for pop culture. I love 80s too. They were such a cool. It was such a cool decade in the aspect of fashion, in the aspect of decadence, opulence, in the aspect of being free, in enjoying glutton in a certain way, and being a consumer in a very excessive way of doing it. But it also brings nice memories when Bear was younger and enjoyed his youth. Now, there are two movies that affected me, subconsciously at least, in the aspect of my affinity towards certain watches from 80s. The first one was the American Psycho, and my liking for the icon of the 80s, Datejust, and Rolex itself. And then the second one was Wall Street. And there goes Bear Gekko. There goes Bear Gekko. Listen, greed is good. Greed is sometimes really good. It drives. It drives you. It drives society. Greed to succeed. Greed for knowledge. Greed for discovery. Don't misunderstand greed in its more positive meaning. And this watch, in many ways, represents my deep connection with the 80s, with the 80s fashion, with the 80s lifestyle. And this is probably why I have such a love for this watch. You know, there were some comments, Marcus, I am pointing at you. And the comment was, oh, Bear was pairing this to get Kermit. No, I was getting Kermit anyway. This was a choice. This was a watch I wanted. This is the watch that says, I enjoy 80s. I enjoyed the pop culture. I enjoy the style. I enjoy greed component. And I love the, you know what? It's so weird. I am not fan of the square watches, but this one just somehow feels so right. And I wanted it on the solid gold bracelet because I think it completes this watch. It comes with the croc strap, right? Trust me, I will never wear it. I could not care less. But I would love if they actually produce rubber strap for this. It just would make it such a cool high-end precious metal sport piece. So there you go. This is kind of the way it developed. And I had the Cartier two-tone. And I remember when I was getting my Cartier extra large Santos two-tone, I was originally going for Cartier steel, but something just wasn't good enough. So I talked to my dealer. I want to say, I want to upgrade. Can I go for that? Obviously, they said no problem. And these gold elements, these yellow gold elements on it, were speaking to me subconsciously. This emotion, this memories we have inside of us, this what drives our aesthetics, this what drives our feelings toward something. So it wasn't good enough. It just didn't hit completely all the right notes. And ultimately, it resulted in me finally getting a solid gold one. I'm going to take you to Bear Clooney's watch studio to take a closer look of this watch. It won't be long. I know I talk too much. I'm sorry. But it's just expressing how my thought process worked on this. And take a look. See what you think. I'll try to showcase it in the best way possible. So let's not waste time. Let's go to Bear Clooney's watch studio. And here we are at Bear Clooney Watches Studio, and we are going to take a closer look at this beautiful solid gold Cartier Santos Extra Large on a beautiful gold bracelet. But before we take a closer look at the watch, I just want to point out a few objects here that I always like to put as the complement to the watch. So obviously the French flair of the watch is symbolized with this Eiffel Tower. I always love the French flair in watches. I'm also a big fan of Breguet. There is something very unique when it comes to French design. Here we have the very beautiful limited edition porcelain Cartier tray with displaying the Cartier watch movement. And gorgeous little Art Deco Cartier clock. Now, you will notice also my gold Saint Sava Serbian ring. There is a very close connection between Cartier House and Serbian royalty house. Cartier has been choice of the Karađorđević dynasty, and prior to that, Obrenović as well. And I like that connection that Cartier has with the Serbian royalty. It certainly adds to my affinity toward the brand. Now the watch itself, you can see a very classic look, beautiful white dial, no Roman numerals, obviously so classic and unique for Cartier watches. The bracelet truly makes this watch remarkable, in my opinion. Butterfly clasp, beautiful Cartier logo in the back. This is the newest Santos that actually allows you to size and take links without the tools. And that's a quite nice feature as well. Watch comes with a croc strap, which I mentioned earlier is not something I would wear, just not my style, but you can really dress up this watch. I'm hoping and wishing that this watch will come on the rubber strap. I think the rubber strap with the gold screws would perfectly complement this piece. Gloves are off. Let's take a look at this watch actually on the wrist. So my wrist is 7.25 inches. And here you can actually see how the watch appears on my wrist. I love the way it wears. I love the weight of it. We actually measured in the AD this watch and the day date, and this one was a 36 grams heavier than day date. It has the nice weight in it. The bracelet is just remarkable. Design of the watch, the luxurious appearance of it. Oh, let me put my ring, because I think it goes perfect. It goes perfect with this watch. I love the way it wears. I love the way it looks. And actually I want to show you, I obviously being obsessed with my 80s and Wall Street and Gordon Gekko. I also have the original aviator Cartier glasses, which are perfect accessory or addition to the whole appeal of this watch. Beautifully done, beautifully, and in a great condition. Mint, no chips, no issues with it. Very 70s look, eh? Very 70s look. Somebody, when I wore them, told me, "Hey, Bear, you look kind of like a Russian oligarch." Anyway, yeah, so there you go. That's the remarkable Bear Gekko extra large solid gold Santos on the wrist in its full glory. I'm not even talking about the movement, but these Cartier Santos issued the latest issues are in-house movements. I would say the accuracy is equal to my Rolex, to be very honest with you, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not wearing this watch much. I really am not. I am just admiring it often, but I am not having it on the wrist very frequently. I think it's a bit too luxurious for everyday use, to be honest with you, which kind of makes me wonder if I should get a steel version of it, because I do like how this watch wears. I like the legibility, I like the look, I like design, I like the story, I like the history, I like literally everything about it. And hey, somebody might even say, "Bear, it seems you like this more than your Rolex watches." And I would just remain quiet. I wouldn't say much, because, maybe I do. Maybe I do. Certainly something to be discussed. Look at that. Brushed, and then these screws have different brushing on them. Let's just enjoy the beauty of this watch. Let's enjoy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the gorgeous finish on this timepiece. So there you go. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoy looking at this watch. I enjoy talking about this watch. So we don't want to make it too long. I am going to wrap it up. Let's go to Bear Clooney's cave, finish this video. And it's time to wrap up this video. At the end, I hope you enjoy this presentation. I hope you like the aesthetics of this watch, or you understand why someone would actually appreciate it. I am very thankful for all of your views, for all the support, for all the friendships that came as a result of my YouTube channel. Once again, for those who did not subscribe, I am inviting you to subscribe, help me exist in this YouTube world, and once again, all the best to all of you. Oh, by the way, before I go, just one thing, these are actually the original 1970s, 1980s Cartier glasses, aviators that Gordon Gekko wears in his movie. So here, exclusively for all of you, Bear Gekko. He looks good. He does look good, eh? Thank you all. Thank you. All the best to all of you once again. Ciao.